wants to make football great again? Donald Trump. Yes, the same man who once again wants to buy Greenland is now joking about passing an executive order to rename soccer to football in the United States. Because why fixing inflation, immigration, or healthcare when you can rename a sport, right? Well, it all started after a club World Cup final at the MetLife Stadium. Chelsea had won and crowd was cheering, and in the middle of all of this, Trump stood on the pitch. A reporter from one of the media houses, Emily Austin, casually asked him whether he'd consider calling soccer football like the rest of the world. After that, Trump laughed and said, "I think we can do that." Now, of course, he was joking, but let's be honest here. This is the kind of joke that is definitely coming from Donald Trump, but it might be serious too. And social media, well, they loved it. Memes flooded in, and with Americans really confused between touchdowns and goals, the rest of the world shaking its head again. But here's the fun twist: the word soccer, it's not even American, it's British. Yes, really. The term soccer was born at none other than Oxford University in the 1800s. Back then, there were multiple types of football in England, mainly rugby football and association football. Now, to tell them apart, students at Oxford gave them nicknames: rugger for rugby and a soccer for association football. Over time, a soccer became just soccer. The British themselves made the word and Americans just adopted it. So the question is, why did it stick in the US? Let me help you with that. Because America already had its own version of football. You know, the one with helmets, touchdowns, and commercials every 5 minutes. So to avoid confusion, they called their version of football a British soccer. But it wasn't just America, by the way. Canada, Australia, and Ireland also had their own kinds of football, like Canadian football or Aussie rules. Well, in countries where football could mean any different sport, the word soccer was just simpler and clearer. Now back to the US, where soccer had often played second fiddle, specifically on the men's side. Let's face it, the US men's national team has a reputation for underperforming. It's the women's team that has carried the sport on their back, winning 4 World Cups and becoming the global icons. But in recent years, things have started to shift, with global stars like Messi and Ronaldo drawing attentions to major soccer leagues. And in cities like Miami and Los Angeles investing in big soccer games, the sport is finally catching eye. Ticket sales are up, youth participation is growing, and 2026 World Cup, co-hosted by US by the way, is expected to be game changer. Still, there are real issues to this. There are poor quality pitches, excessive heat in many match locations, and a general lack of deep-rooted fan culture. The country still treats soccer as a side hustle, while NFL dominates every single Sunday like a religion. So, what does Trump's joke really tell us? It tells us that while the rest of the world argues about tactics, VAR decision, and golden boots, America is still arguing about what to call the sport. And maybe, just maybe, an executive order isn't what football or soccer really needs right now. What it needs is better infrastructure, more grassroots investment, and a serious love for the beautiful game. Until then, it's football to the world and soccer to the stars and others, unless Donald Trump decides to change it.